Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Power is Now Mortgage Spotlight Affordable Housing Series. My name is Eric Frazier. It's a beautiful day in Southern California, a great day to talk about real estate. And today we are embarking upon an affordable housing series with the Golden State Finance Authority. GSFA has distinguished itself as a leader in affordable housing finance. As a public entity in California, GSFA has helped over 80,000 individuals and families purchase a home over the last 2 decades. GSFA has provided more than $586 million in down payment assistance and has participated in financing of over $13.7 million in first and second mortgages. With me today to talk about the Golden State Finance Authority role in affordable housing is Carolyn Sansari, Marketing Director with the Golden State Finance Authority. Welcome, Carolyn, to The Power is Now.
Thank you, Eric. It's great to be here. I'm really excited about this new series that we've started.
I am too, Carolyn. You know, information is so important right now to anyone looking to buy a home. And there's an old saying, knowledge is power, and the power is now. Carolyn, $859 million in down payment assistance is incredible. To me, that is evidence enough that there is a great need for down payment assistance for future home buyers.
Yeah, I really agree. And it's really something that we're very proud of to have made that impact on California.
Well, I certainly hope that the Golden State Finance Authority will continue to make this kind of assistance available. When I look at the stats, the fastest growing segment of homeowners are millennials. And yet they are facing rising student debt, unprecedented rising student loan debt, and of course, limited resources for down payment. Right now, as of 2020, there is over $1.65 trillion, $1.65 trillion in student loan debt. In fact, that's the latest stat, and it's more than just second to mortgage debt, and behind that would be auto loan and consumer debt. It's about 45 million borrowers who collectively owe $1.6 trillion in student loan debt. And so I don't know how young people are able to do it, to buy a home. In fact, many are not, as a result of their student loan debt. And of course, you know, the expenses of living, especially here in California, it's very expensive to live here.
Yeah, it's really impacting millennials and their ability to buy a home. And yet we're still seeing that they are out there trying to buy a home at record numbers.
You're absolutely right. I was looking at the third quarter Census Bureau data. In fact, it just came out, folks. The United States third quarter Census Bureau report shows that the homeownership rate for individuals under 35 years of age is 40.2%. Now that's up from 34.7% 5 years ago in 2015. Now, when you look at the numbers, that's a gain of 15.85% over 5 years, or 2.94% per year. This is why millennials are the most talked about in the real estate community. They are buying real estate at record levels faster than any other group, irrespective of race. They are the fastest growing segment. Now, the rate of homeownership for minorities, we'll start with African Americans, is 46.4%. That's up from 41.7% in 2015. That's a gain of 11.2% over 5 years, or 2.13% per year. And that's something that the African American community should be very proud of. The homeownership rate has been the lowest among all minority groups for many years, yet we see the improvement to be the second highest rate of improvement among all minorities. The next group would be the Asian Americans, and they are 61%. That's up from 56.5% in 2015, a gain of 7.7% over the last 5 years, or 1.49% per year. Now, again, a tremendous improvement. We're seeing homeownership rate improvement across the board. The rate of homeownership for the Latino community, the fastest growing group in California and perhaps in the United States, is 50.9%. That's up from 46.3% in 2015, a 9.94%, almost a 10% improvement, or 1.9% per year. And so the Latino community continues to grow, and the rate of homeownership continues to improve. The African American community continues to grow. The rate of homeownership continues to improve. And I want to give credit to the National Association of Real Estate Brokers for their campaigns and the work within the African American community to make a difference in the rate of homeownership. And so I'm seeing a lot of improvement. And yet, there's still a lot of work that needs to be done. And that area really falls into financial literacy, people understanding what it takes to buy a home, having a budget, improving their credit, and more importantly, just knowing where to go to get the money. Wouldn't you agree, Carolyn, that financial literacy and just understanding and knowing about the resources available is probably the core of the problem?
Yes, it is. And in fact, there's studies that back that. There's a recent one from the Urban Institute and the Board of Governors of the Federal Reserve that actually concluded that renters see the inability to come up with down payment as the leading obstacle to them being able to buy a home. And then they saw that over 50% of the renters were choosing to rent because of that obstacle, because of not being able to come up with down payment to buy a home.
Carolyn, I can't believe that study. And it's rather disappointing and I'm sure depressing for people who are renters that they are forced to rent because they cannot afford the down payment to buy a home, it being the number one factor. You know, the sad thing about it is that renting simply isn't an option. If we look at the history of rents throughout all the various economic cycles we've been in, property values have gone up and down, but rents have never gone down. Rents will continue to rise. So anyone renting is literally on a path to homelessness. It is not an option. They have to buy a home to lock in their housing, to fix their housing over a 30-year mortgage or a 20-year mortgage. It is an absolute necessity in order to have stability and not have to keep moving, chasing lower rents, and just finding a way to keep a roof over their head. And so this study is really, really challenging. And hopefully we can see an improvement as inventory starts to improve in the marketplace and homes become a little bit more affordable. And of course, organizations like Golden State Finance Authority continues to find innovative ways to help people buy a home.
Well, and that's what we're seeing is the second challenge. There are resources out there, but there's a lack of information. That financial literacy is missing. And so even when Fannie Mae and the Urban Institute looked at another recent study of homebuyers and their familiarity with programs and resources, they found that there was actually only 24% of those that were surveyed that were familiar at all with what down payment and closing cost assistance programs are available. That means that 76% of consumers didn't even know that there are resources, that there are help with down payment available to them. So it's a problem with education and lack of information, not just the actual saving for the down payment.
Carolyn, this is why I love what we are doing right now, providing the information. This is why I love the Power Is Now Media, an organization completely focused on providing information, resources, and even exposing people to great real estate professionals who are willing to help them, educate them, hold their hand, guide them to the right information, the right resources, the right loan programs to buy a home. Knowledge is power, and the power is now. So Carolyn, what is the down payment assistance that the Golden State Finance Authority is making available to future homeowners?
GSFA has two affordable housing programs, the GSFA Platinum program and the GSFA Open Doors program, that both combine a mortgage product with down payment and closing cost assistance. So you're looking at your normal usual 30-year fixed rate mortgages, FHA, VA, USDA, and conventional loans. And then they're combined or coupled with down payment assistance up to 7% of the mortgage loan amount. What that looks like is on a $300,000 mortgage loan, 7% in assistance is $21,000. So by utilizing a program through GSFA, they're getting a mortgage loan at a competitive interest rate, and then they're being provided $21,000 to put towards their down payment. And most of the time that's going to cover all of what they need in down payment money and possibly even give them some assistance towards their closing costs. Our down payment and closing cost assistance programs are also very flexible and accessible. You don't have to be a first-time home buyer to qualify. So it could be somebody who is returning to the housing market. They owned a home in the past and now they want to purchase a primary residence. Or it could be somebody who's first time buying a home, or maybe even live in a home today, but want to buy a home that they're going to be moving into as their primary residence. And the program is available to all three of those circumstances. And as long as someone is purchasing in the state of California, they can qualify. In addition, we allow FICO scores that go down to 620, which I think is very flexible and allows a lot of people who maybe don't have perfect credit to be able to qualify for a mortgage loan with down payment assistance. Our goal is really to help people who maybe didn't think that it's possible to own a home today because they didn't have the down payment money. So we are here to help make a difference in California.
Well, Carolyn, you are making a difference. Every time I listen to you kind of break down the incredible flexibility, the lower FICO score requirement, not having to be a first-time home buyer, giving away so much money and the forgivability of that money over a very short period of time, and also helping first responders be able to give them the money day one. It's free, it's a grant. I mean, this is unprecedented. I say that word a lot. Unprecedented affordability and flexibility and down payment assistance. And there's one other thing that I don't think you mentioned that I absolutely love. I believe that the Golden State Finance Authority is the only program out there that will provide down payment assistance on a 4-unit building. Now you have to occupy one, can't be for investment, but a 4-unit occupied building. That to me is a game changer and really what sets the Golden State Finance Authority apart from all of the programs anywhere, not just here in the state of California, but I think anywhere in the United States.
And you know, this is going to be a great series because you just dropped some information about how this down payment assistance can be forgiven. Sometimes it's a gift for first responders and medical and healthcare workers. And we're going to dive into that with this series and talk specifically about the Platinum program and about the Open Doors program. And so I hope that everybody gets to join us as we move through this series.
I so agree with you, folks. Please tune in. This is part 1 of a series on affordable housing with the Golden State Finance Authority with Carolyn Sansari. Now, Carolyn, I'm about to ask you a really tough question, and I'm almost afraid to hear the answer, and maybe those who are listening or watching might be afraid to hear as well. With the incredible flexibility that the Golden State offers and making it possible to buy a home, you know, getting the down payment assistance, and the fact that you have actually given out already $585 million in down payment assistance, my concern is that you're going to run out of money. So can you explain how you're able to do this? How does Golden State get all of this money to provide for free to some and forgiven to others? And is it possible that you could run out of money?
That's a great question, and I think something that everyone wants to have confidence in. This is a revolving source of funds. Every time that we use one of our lenders to originate a loan, that mortgage loan closes, we're able to then securitize it and sell those mortgage-backed securities on the investment market. And that allows us to bring or funnel money back into the program to then put back out as down payment assistance for the next home buyer. And so it is a revolving source of funds, and it is not going to run out as long as we have mortgage lenders out in the industry and we have a need, and I don't see any of that going away.
Well, I'm so happy to hear that, obviously, because I'm a mortgage lender. Folks, in addition to being the host of The Powers Now, I'm also a vice president and mortgage advisor with First Bank. My license number is 461807. The views and opinions that I express on this series are my own and do not necessarily reflect that of First Bank. But I can tell you this, I am so happy to hear about the money and that it's not going anywhere anytime soon. And truly, the need is great. And I think the need will continue to increase for down payment assistance as property values continue to rise. At the same time that property values are rising, interest rates are dropping. And folks, I don't know if there's ever been a better time to buy than right now. I have been lending for 39 years, and I've never been able to offer, just as a standard mortgage, FHA conventional, a 30-year fixed rate in the 2% range. I've never been able to do this, and I've been at this straight nonstop for 39 years. These are unprecedented low interest rates. Yet at the same time, we have so low inventory, and not just here in California. I have friends just about everywhere in the United States, and we all have the same complaint. Inventory is at record lows. People are not selling, they're not moving. I don't know why, but we also know that there are a lot of people with COVID-19 in a lot of trouble. And so we are anticipating that the inventory will improve next year, and perhaps over the next few years, we'll see inventory improve and the opportunity to buy. The good news is as inventory improves, there is a possibility, Carolyn, that interest rates might be even lower than they are right now. Now, in addition to standard rates being low in the 2% range, I've never been able in my 39 years of helping people with down payment assistance and working with nonprofits be able to offer down payment assistance as high as 7% on the open door, 5% on the platinum program. At the first of all, the rate on that money in many cases, in some cases, there's an interest rate is very low in the 2 or 3% range, or no interest rate at all. But on the first mortgage, we're talking about 3 to 4% interest. That's the interest rate on the first mortgage, and they are going to provide you down payment assistance of up to 7% open door, 5% platinum. I just don't know how that's even happened. But it's here right now that you can get help to buy a home at up to 5% of the platinum program, 7% open door, and have an interest rate on your first mortgage in between 3 to 4% interest, 30-year fixed rate mortgage. Carolyn, I don't know how you guys are going to do it. Well, you just explained how, but I'm just amazed at the opportunity.
Yes, it's a great time to buy. And buying a home is often one of the biggest decisions in people's lives. It has such an impact. And every day I hear stories over and over of how people are like, this program is too good to be true. I never thought I could buy a home. I'm so excited. And they're telling friends, they're telling family, they're joining series like this to learn more information. And we just hope that people just keep spreading the word. This is a great time to buy, and there's a lot of opportunity out there with down payment and closing cost assistance programs.
Well, Carolyn, you're absolutely right. And I'm excited about this series. Thank you for partnering with me and the Power is Now Media to conduct these series of videos, educational videos that talk about affordable housing. We're making affordable housing possible through affordable financing, flexible financing, and the Golden State Finance Authority is a distinguished leader in doing this and has been doing so now for over 10 decades or 2 decades, and thousands of people have benefited from this program. And so my question to you is, why not you? And why not now? Please tune in to this series. Let everybody know about it. You'll be right on Facebook, facebook.com/The Power Is Now. You'll also be able to find it on Blog Talk Radio, iTunes. Share it. When you hear it, share it. Because I know there's somebody in your family that needs to know about the incredible opportunities to buy a home through this very incredible and flexible financing. So over the next 5 episodes, Carolyn is going to get into the weeds. We're going to really talk about how to qualify, how to get the money. So you definitely want to tune in. And why? Because the power is now to buy. It really is. With unprecedented low interest rates and underwriting guidelines that are incredibly flexible, you really should make the effort and do everything you have to do to get in a position to buy now. Now, if you want more information about the programs, please go to neverrentagain.com. And there you can actually register to talk to Carolyn Sansari. She'd be happy to talk to you, to share some stories because she's been involved and knows of many cases. In fact, part of the series will be her sharing some success stories of families who have bought a home. So go to neverrentagain.com, fill out that information form, and Carolyn will communicate with you by telephone or by email. And of course, I will too. In fact, if you want to get started now, maybe you've heard enough, and hey man, sign me up. I want the money. I want to get in. Go to applytobuynow.com. That's right, applytobuynow.com. That's a First Bank online application. You can actually start the process there in the comfort of your home and office. Run your credit report, know what your FICO score is, submit a complete application. We can pre-approve you within 48 hours. You can know within 48 hours if you qualify for the program. That's applytobuynow.com. And again, if you would like to talk with us, get some more information, talk with Carolyn, go to neverrentagain.com. Why? Because you should never rent again. Not after hearing this information, neverrentagain.com. Well, Carolyn, any final comments as we wrap up our first show in this series? Thank you so much for your commitment to homeownership.
I think this is a great intro, and I hope everyone continues to follow the series. We have a lot of great information ahead.
Well, there you have it, folks. Remember, the power is now. We are at our best, and we maximize our success when we act now. Your power is now to buy, and we certainly hope you will. Stay tuned, like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, tell others about this great series. We hope to see you soon right here on The Power Is Now.
The Power Is Now Media is worldwide with growing audience of future homebuyers, investors, builders, developers, real estate agents, and brokers. The Power Is Now Media is well positioned to increase awareness and produce results for our growing roster of advertising partners. An advertisement on any of our platforms is the right step toward reaching and communicating key brand messages to a targeted network of individuals, families, and communities interested in housing. Our content areas include feature stories and profiles on successful real estate agents, business owners, government, and community leaders. The Power Is Now magazines are the leading resource for real estate agents, mortgage bankers, entrepreneurs, and small homeownership businesses, providing leaders with business strategy information, resources, and tools through PIN, real estate, and programming guide magazines. Stay up to the minute with real estate and mortgage news and information from industry experts. VIP agents are able to feature listings each week. The Power Is Now TV radio podcast features weekly shows that include Homebuyers Town Hall, Real Estate Roundtable, VIP Agent Spotlight, and so much more. Each week, VIP agents have opportunities to be featured guests on the shows. VIP agents can discuss and showcase houses, neighborhoods, and provide brief introduction. The interviews are unlimited 10 to 15 minutes on each current listing. This product alone separates you from your competition. The Power Is Now delivers to you market update interview to promote listing weekly, promotional biographical video, co-host a bi-monthly Homebuyers Town Hall show, featured subject matter expert on Real Estate Roundtable show, The Power Is Now Program Guide e-magazine, The Power Is Now National e-magazine, article writing and blogging, social media content customization, inclusion and press releases, graphic design services, business and performance coaching, technology support, referrals, lead generation opportunities, and management support.